Misty Jordan with BIN News Now. 2 police investigations are underway in Livonia, Michigan after police shot and killed a 61-year-old man Sunday night. The probe is being done by Michigan State Police.
We went to the fireworks, and when we came back, the whole street was filled with police officers.
Police say he was found in a neighbor's backyard with a handgun when police arrived. They shot him when he raised his gun toward them. Governor Mike DeWine is urging Ohioans to stay safe during the heat wave that is impacting the region this week. The governor says prolonged heat exposure is dangerous and wants everyone to take steps to protect themselves. And each member of the 2026 NBA champion New York Knicks will be honored with a street temporarily named after them in New York City. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Then hear us on WBOK1230.com.
Late nights in New Orleans. Some voices entertain the city. Some voices changing. You already know who on the air tonight. Gerod. Gerard on the radio. Whole city vibing slow. Late night lights in New Orleans glow. Everybody listen close. Gerard on the radio. Truth in the speakers for sure. From the bayou streets to the corner store. Whole city locked in. French Quarter nights with the rain coming down. Whole city talk, but the truth stay underground. Funny how the silence break whenever he speak. Certain conversations never make the TV. Voice through the speakers got the whole city tuned. Higher ups nervous every time he hit the room. Cause he say what the people been feeling for years. Bringing light to the stories they don't want us to hear. From the uptown lights to the night war pain. Every word hit different when it cut through the rain. Everybody know the truth, just never said aloud. Till Gerard hit the airwaves and it shook the whole town. And the streets keep calling through the static in the night. Every word feel different when Gerard go live. Gerard on the radio. Whole city vibing slow. Late night lights in New Orleans glow. Everybody listen close. Gerard on the radio. Truth in the speakers for sure. From the bayou streets to the corner store. Whole city locked in. Streetcars roll while the city stay awake. Everybody got a story, everybody got a way. Funny how the phones go quiet when he name names. Funny how the pressure rise when he shift the conversation. He talk schools, streets, money disappearing. Backdoor deals that the public ain't hearing. Things get buried when the cameras don't roll, but the people tune in cause Gerard let it unfold. From the jazz in the streets to the smoke in the sky. The wall is still fighting, still holding it high. And the city feels seen every time that he speak. Cause the truth hit harder when it finally run deep. Now the whole town riding with the station on loud. Hands high while they sing every word through the crowd. Can you feel the city breathing? Every late night conversation. Through the speakers, through the rain. Ooh, New Orleans, don't sound the same. Gerard on the radio. Whole city vibing slow. Late night lights in New Orleans glow. Everybody listen close. Gerard on the radio. Truth in the speakers for sure. From the bayou streets to the corner store. Whole city locked in. Yeah. You're now rocking with Gerard, the voice they couldn't silence. New Orleans, stand up.
There it is. You're going to learn that one. You're going to learn that one too. Who says I'm going to learn that?
You gonna learn it.
I'm not going to learn that one.
You gonna learn that
I'm
one
just
too?
here for a moment.
You gonna learn that one too?
Nah, bro.
That's all.
That's not happening.
Ladies and gentlemen, the hater is back.
No,
hey.
for a couple of minutes until Nyron gets back here.
What you drinking over there, Haterade?
Well, what you drinking, Dr. Pepper?
You is drinking Haterade.
You couldn't wait for me to be on the air with you again.
No, absolutely not. I could not wait for you.
You don't have anybody to harass you like
that. No. Spell harassment. That's exactly right.
Harassment.
It's all right. It's okay. All right. Welcome, folks. Welcome to, what's today? Tuesday? You got
Taco Tuesday.
It's hot as fish grease. It is hot outside.
Nah, fish grease ain't got nothing on what we got.
I got nothing. I got in a car, and on my way over here, I looked at the thermostat, and it was telling me that it was 106. But of course, that's inside. So I'm thinking that it's going to be outside too.
Right.
So I always look at it and say, if it says 106, it's probably like 100. Maybe I'm 6 degrees hotter inside. But I know these folks that's going to be coming down here this week.
Ooh-wee.
They have a surprise on their hands, especially from up north.
Boy.
So they're gonna learn very quickly about what the South heat is all about.
How you say? You best be ready.
They best be ready. So what's another? Mm-hmm. The other thing too that I got to tell you is that we have a whole bunch of stuff that is supposed to be going on in the city during the time of Essence. Now, this is the week of the 4th of July, and I know there are going to be some big celebrations going on in the city. One, the Essence Festival, Welcome Party. We've got the Lincoln Beach stuff that's supposed to be happening.
Oh, man, I'm so happy about that.
Don't be.
Don't?
No, sir.
Oh, dang, what's going on like that?
We're going to fill you in today.
Okay.
Going to fill you in today. Are you going, though?
Well, now that you have said.
No. I want you to go. I want you to be the reporter there so that you can tell me what happened during that time. Mm-hmm. And
you want to send me on that mission?
Huh?
You want to send me on that mission?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then, of course, we got to make sure that we take care of all the small business. I have had this problem. Now, I'm going, and I'm going to tell everybody this so they don't be mad at me saying, bro, you was on the air talking bad about them, and then all of a sudden we see you there with your hands up in the air and all.
Waving it like you just don't care?
I'm going to see George Clinton.
Oh, why not?
I just got off the phone with his manager.
Right.
And I was talking to her. She's on her way to the city. And I didn't realize. You know how old George is?
Old.
How old?
Dirt old.
85.
Dang.
I was like, what is he still doing going on the stage? She said, I know, right? I said, he should be retired talking about some give up the funk in his bed.
Because he don't sing no more.
He do.
He just holler.
Oh, no, he always hollered, but he still sings.
He still sings?
Yep.
I haven't heard it.
Yep. So he's going to be doing, and this is going to be a special event at the Superdome. Now, if everybody has not been paying attention to Sunday, I know they're talking about Cardi B and they talking about Brandy and Monica. So Sunday, they changed up the lineup because they had Babyface on Sunday. No, they moved Babyface to like either Friday or Saturday night.
What?
I think it's going to be on Saturday night. And they put T.I. on Sunday night with George.
Just because he has that one song.
He got a couple of songs.
Well, I mean that new popular song.
He got a new album. And if you're from the hood, it's the album. There you go. Right. That's right. He got a new album. And he going to do it. And he got an orchestra with him.
What?
Yes.
Oh, now I would love to see that.
So I got tickets. I went and bought my tickets. I ain't waiting for nobody to give me no tickets. I got to see this, but I got to see George.
Waiting for somebody to give you something. You're going to be waiting. You'll have cobwebs in your brain trying to wait for that.
Well, you know that we used to get tickets, like,
man.
walk down the street and people
Back
be
in
like,
the
hey,
day,
man, here goes some tickets.
We couldn't give them away.
Not no more. Not these days. But I can't wait to see that. But as I'm talking to George's manager, Miss Chu, I said, what can we expect? She said, he had a special spaceship built. I said, I didn't know he had. I thought it was going to do the same one.
For this one, he had one built?
Huh?
He had one built for this one. Because I remember this was the municipal auditorium was the debut
No,
of the
he,
mothership.
He just had this one built, and he's
Okay.
gonna land the mothership, not the mothership,
Oh, man.
but the mothership.
Mother.
He gonna land the mothership in the Superdome on Sunday. The mothership.
Man.
There's a difference, Ron. There's a difference. You know, there's the people that's a little bougie, and then there's the real Negroes. we just happen to be in that era. And I'm looking around and saying to myself, I said, well, how you going to land it? She said, he going to get out of it.
Well, I mean,
I
it's
said, I
big
thought
enough
you
in
said
there.
he was 85. She said, mm-hmm. And he's still going to get out of it.
Well, I mean, he still does get around pretty well. If you see him,
No, he does not.
he doesn't.
No. So that's why this is like really historical.
The last time I saw him, he was moving
50th.
pretty good.
Huh?
Last time I saw him, he was moving pretty good.
And when was that? Okay.
About 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. 82, 83 is a lot different than 85. You a whole lot closer to 90 at that time. So, and he's bringing his band. I mean, he bringing the real P-Funk band. P-Funk horns, all of them. Because this is his 50th year celebrating Essence. He did it at Essence 50 years ago. I didn't know that.
I was hoping that my cousin was going to come because she's one of his original singers.
Mhm.
And she was original Brides of Funkenstein, Dawn Silver.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to her, and she said that she stopped singing with them some years ago. But she won't be making this one.
Why she stopped singing with him?
Well,
She old too?
oh, if you saw Dawn, she doesn't look old at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I know that this is going to be interesting, so I said I'm going to this one. I was already enthused with George, but when they told me that T.I. is coming with a full orchestra,
That's something I would really love to see.
I know it's going to be a whole lot of cussing going on. So let me get because our audience is going to be 50 plus that's listening to us right now.
Oh, and say, bro,
I need to let y'all know. Don't go buy no tickets saying this is going to be one for the Gipper and please pass the Great Poupon. None of that. This
all I
ain't
can
going to be
say
that.
is
This going to be straight hood.
also wear your face mask because
There's going to be a lot of
there's
weed
gonna be a lot of
smoking.
smoke up in there.
So let me tell you about that part since you brought it up. So, you know, I love George Clinton. I saw my first day, this is the honest God truth, my first day in New Orleans, when I first moved here over 30-some years ago, I was staying on Canal Street. There's a hotel right there by the Tidewater
Clarion.
across the street, the Clarion. I was staying there.
Yep.
I came down because I wanted to see what New Orleans was all about. Never been here before. And I was walking down the street, and I looked up, and I saw the marquee at the Sanger Theater.
Yeah.
Tonight, George Clinton Parliament Funkadelic. On my first day here, boy, I went straight to the daggone box office and bought me a ticket. I went into, this is before they did all the renovations and stuff to the Sanger. But I went in there and I got my ticket. I sat down. I was on the 4th row. There was a cloud in the Sanger Theater. I'm serious. There was that much smoke.
And he's not talking about those clouds that they had painted on the ceiling.
No. They do have the stars and stuff in the cloud in the ceiling, but no, that was a smoke cloud. That's how much weed smoking was going on.
I believe it.
In there. When I left out of there, I was so hungry. I was like, what's going on? I need something to eat. Mm-hmm. Had that fog in there for real in my head too. So I was like, oh man, you get a contact up in there. But I was so hungry. I ain't never been. And I got really, I was like, wait a minute. Are these grown men on the stage with diapers on?
Yep.
They had diapers on playing. I was like, oh my God. And when I tell you they jam for 2 hours straight.
Oh, they tear it down.
No stopping. No stopping. Hell, I got tired. I was sitting up there. I was like, all right, another song? Y'all doing another song? Oh, Lord, they doing another song and another song.
Where the nachos at?
No, I wanted something else and some nachos. I need something to stick to my ribs because it was a time in there. But that's a show. And if you ain't prepared for this show, I can tell y'all it's going to probably be a show just like that on Sunday night. And I heard that everybody's supposed to wear white. Have you heard that yet?
Nope. I have not heard anything about Essence.
So I had my reservations about that. And here's my reservation. I haven't done that for Essence since Frankie Beverly. That's the only time on Sunday night that you would wear white, because Frankie requested that you wear white to his show on Sunday nights. And Frankie ain't here, so I'm looking around and saying to myself, I don't want to show up in no white and be disrespectful. So I'm trying to figure out, did anybody else hear this? And if y'all have, let me hear it too. Call me, 504-582-9422, because I do not want to be the only dude in the Superdome walking around talking about some, before I let go. I don't want to be that guy.
They probably think you're coming in there just to paint something.
I look like a painter?
Yeah.
Ain't that no? No.
Oh, you Luigi.
Yeah, uh-huh. So we got some folks we're going to be talking to in just a few minutes about the roundtable that is getting ready to take place called The Barriers to Justice. We're going to be talking to folks about the overview of the conversation. And it's going to happen, too. Everybody kept saying, oh, when you going to do this and when you going to do that? Okay. There's a program that's coming up. We invited them to come to the table and talk to us. So they're going to get a telephone call here in just a few minutes after we take our break, where we're going to have the Barriers of Justice, all their folks. Instead of coming in, they're just going to call us and give us the details about it, when it's going to happen, how you can participate, and all of those good things. It's a round table talk. It's going to be good. We'll explain more to you in just a minute. We'll take the break here. We'll come back and have some more conversation with you and get you in on the conversation at 504-582-9422. Everybody hold tight.
Hey everybody, it's Graylin Bryant Banks.
And Kimber White Dupree.
From the front porch, y'all. You know how we do. Every Monday is Moving Monday.
And Tuesday is Trivia Tuesday.
And y'all know we have nothing but bad cheering coming through here on Wednesday.
But stick with us. On Thursday, we travel.
That's right. And Friday's Free Your Mind Friday, so get your brass up.
Something on your mind? Want to get it off your chest?
Holla at your people. WBOK 1230 AM, the station you listen to.
All day long.
Guess what, y'all? Community Book Center, after 14 years, is once again the official bookstore of the 2026 Essence Festival. I'm Vera Warren Williams, founder of Community Book Center. Please join us at the Ernest Morial Convention Center, July 3rd through the 5th, for Black Culture's biggest weekend. We also invite you to visit our store at 2523 Bayou Road, along with the other Black businesses on historic Bayou Road. Community Book Center, more than a bookstore.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana companies through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about what the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation does, please visit www.jazzandheritage.org.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, you don't look like him. Hey, bro, what your name is?
Who, me? Super producer Nyron?
Oh, that's the Nyron dude. He back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do look better than him anyway, though, bro. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Don't tell him I told you that. We got some things that are happening in the community that I definitely wanted to bring up and talk about. And I can tell you that it has to do with several of the judges that are in partnership with our criminal court judge, Rhonda Good Douglas, civil court judge, Kern Reese, Byron Goodwin, CEO, Travis Hill School, Douglas Carey, the Southeast Louisiana Legal Services, Nigel Williams from Orleans Parish Public Defender's Office, and Pastor Tyrone Smith from the First 72. And it's really going to be tomorrow, but it's going to be at the McDonald 35 High School at 400 Cadillac Street. Now, I know everybody's saying, oh, they're 35, woo-woo, Ron Eagles. It's tomorrow at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And all the folks from Rhonda Good Douglas to Kern Reese, Byron Goodwin from the Travis Hill School, Douglas Carey, Nigel Williams, Pastor Tyrone Smith, and probably a whole lot more. They're all going to be there tomorrow at McDonough 35 at 400 Cadillac Street from 6 until 8. It is free and open to everyone. And, of course, it's going to be supported by Inspire NOLA Schools as well. So what is this all about? And it asks the question on one of the flyers, have you ever walked into a courthouse and had no idea what was happening? Well, this is going to be your opportunity to learn what's happening in the courthouse, how it works, and judges will share with some honest, candid conversation about how the courts work and what are your rights. So you need to go because a lot of folks don't understand how this goes. This is barriers to justice. And we need to now start learning what our court's all about. Now, if you don't, and you do need to ask questions, how do you? How do you ask those questions? So, and I don't know how to put words in your mouth. I really don't want to put words in your mouth. So I'm going to let you ask those folks, that are going to be here in just a few minutes to talk to us about it. That's what they're going to do. They're going to talk to you about it. And this ain't just for young folks. This is going to be for older folks as well. It breaks my heart to hear all these folks that don't know what they're doing. It breaks my heart to hear people say, when I go to the courtroom, somebody told me if I do this, then, I won't have to do this. And you take it and you really don't know your rights. It breaks my heart to hear young folks say, well, if they told me I took this plea deal, I'd be okay. And yet you should have had the opportunity to say, I'm innocent, and I should be able to do just that, have a trial. And that person that is your attorney, whether they're court appointed or whether they are being paid by you or somebody else in your family, why are they not doing the work? Judge Rachel Johnson is really stepping up with this community engagement series, because here, I'm gonna read this to you. It says, Judge Rachel Johnson, Fourth Circuit Court of Appeal, in partnership with Inspire NOLA and Bishop Brandon Boutan of United Fellowship Church, is proud to announce a community engagement series designed to bridge the gap between the justice system and the community it serves. For too many people, the courthouse is a place of fear and disappointment. This series aims to have open dialogue and connect our community with resources and the information they deserve, and to encourage civic engagement. How court works is a multi-judge educational panel organized to give the public a clear and honest explanation of how each court functions. It will take place on June 29th, McDonough 35 High School, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. On July 1st, Barriers to Justice, a roundtable talk. That's an educational panel, by the way. Will feature stakeholders from across the justice system and individuals with lived experience discussing how the system fails short, or falls short, that is, of the people it is designed to serve. Also, McDonough 35, at McDonough 35 High School from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Furthering Judge Johnson's commitment to supporting and informing her constituents. She invites everyone to the United Fellowship Church, 2401 Annette Street, on July 18th at 10 a.m. until 12 noon for a resource fair to connect neighbors with services, support organizations, and information to strengthen our community. All programs are free and open to the public. Here it says the Judge Rachel Johnson is dedicated public servant and champion of community access to justice, and has made a judicial transparency, civic education, and community engagement central pillars of her service on the bench, and bringing other judges to the table as well. Now, is it important for you to have a face-to-face with the folks that could either help you make your day or give you the worst day of your life? Which one would you want to do? I think that all of us need to show up and make sure that we're having conversations with these judges to let them know that, we are people just as well as them letting us know that they're people too. Talking to us now, we've got Judge Rhonda Good Douglas on the phone with us. Judge Rhonda.
Good afternoon. What's up, New Orleans? How's everybody doing?
How are you?
I'm hanging in there. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm trying to stay cool. That's what I'm trying to do because it's too hot.
I feel you. Look, I'm sitting in my house right now, and it is burning up. So definitely can understand that. And the air is going on full blast.
Yes, indeed. I'm hearing that you're taking part in this big old discussion that y'all having with this round table.
Yes, I will be there tomorrow evening talking about access to the criminal justice system.
And this access, what would that involve?
Well, some of the topics that we're going to talk about is, whether or not when someone is charged with a crime, if they're pleading guilty, whether or not they fully understand what's going on, whether or not they have adequate access to the criminal defense attorneys of their likings or of their choice.
Mm-hmm.
And so just really trying to school folks on what happens once you get charged. And then, if there are any questions in regards to victim services, we'll be able to provide some answers to that as well.
I hear a lot of folks, and this is probably something that we talk about a lot, that get into some type of trouble. And then when they get in trouble, they just don't have the money to get a full defense. How common is that for somebody to take up for them?
So what I will say is that I personally think that the members of the Orleans Public Defender's Office are doing a phenomenal job considering the amount of cases that they have. They really have some really good, hardworking attorneys at that office. And so, sometimes people say or think that because they're being represented by someone from the Public Defender's Office, that they don't have a lawyer or they don't have full access.
Mm-hmm.
But I would definitely, I'm definitely in support of the attorneys there and the work that they do. They work hard. They have a lot of cases, obviously, but they do really put in the work for their clients.
And if we get to the chance to have this conversation, I guess folks come out and what do you hear? Some of these questions that may come up, I know they're going to be repeat questions, but what would you say are going to be some of those questions that you're going to have to answer?
Well, I definitely think that folks need to fully understand what happens when they're pleading guilty. and what, how that affects the rest of their life. And, what are the things that can happen, once you become a convicted felon. I think, all of us do a good job of explaining when you're going through what we call a plea colloquy. That's, the questions that we ask someone when they are pleading guilty. But, there are a lot of times when folks will come in after they've been convicted and they didn't quite understand, what the ramifications were when they pled guilty on their case before. And so I think that that's a huge, huge impediment in our system. And folks really need to understand, what it means when you're pleading guilty and what that looks like. What are the ramifications? What can I do? What can't I do now that I'm a convicted felon? Because most of these crimes have penalties outside of, the probation or the jail sentence. Once you get released, you need to understand that you may not be able to carry a gun because of the type of conviction that you have. You may not have access to housing from the federal government. You may not have access to student loans. And so there's a lot of ramifications that I think that folks aren't fully aware of when they're pleading guilty.
That's something to think about, isn't it?
It is.
Because I don't think that everybody does. And I don't know if anybody's, and I'm not saying that this happens too, because I heard that great conversation you had about those defendants that are being talked to or had the public defenders. But it's not all public defenders that say, hey, you need to plead guilty. Go ahead on and plead and see if you can get a better deal, because there's somewhere a deal being made.
Absolutely. I mean, private attorneys also have plea negotiations with the state as well. I mean, it's not just the public defender's office, and those discussions come about for various reasons. And so, those are some things that we can talk about tomorrow as well. Why would an attorney decide to talk to the state and engage the state with plea negotiations? There are lots of reasons why, those things happen in these particular cases.
But I also know that there's going to be some things that you want to make sure that you get out. Well, so what does that look like on your agenda?
So for me,
or should I say your docket? Okay.
On my docket?
That was a bad joke. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So what's important for me is just that, number one, everybody is treated fairly, and that, the cases are looked at on an individual basis and not necessarily, because maybe your lawyer is friends with, someone in the state or, whatever. I want everybody that comes into my courtroom to feel like they have had, number one, adequate representation, as well as, equal access to justice, as if they had, paid for an attorney, because that's really what it's all about. Obviously, we also want to make sure that the people that, have been victimized by these crimes as well feel like they've had their say and have had their day in court and, are treated fairly as well. So, it's my main focus in my section of court is that everyone is treated fairly and equally, and that we, those cases that they can't plead out for whatever reason, then we go to trial, and then the trial proceedings are fairly and justly done as well.
All right. And do we have expectations on how long sometimes these cases last? Because I'm watching a lot of television these days. There, Judge, don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. And I'm thinking that, that's going to happen within 2 hours. And a lot of these cases could take years.
Correct. And there are different, proceedings, different types of cases take longer than others. And there's various reasons why, cases take as long as they do, or why a case can happen shorter, but it just kind of depends on the type of case, what the evidence is. There's a lot of things that go into the length of a case. And unfortunately, I know that is, especially for, our folks that have been victimized, that is one of the biggest complaints is the length of time that it takes to bring, closure or that person to receive the justice that they feel they can get from the criminal justice system is the length of time.
Yeah.
And we'll probably, can talk a little bit about, what types of proceedings and why things take as long as they do in the criminal justice system, because there are a lot of different things that happen or motions or proceedings that happen that can sometimes delay a case.
Now, I also know that there are going to be a lot more other folks. I'm not going to say a lot, but other folks too that have time periods too. What time are you going to be there to answer your questions? Are you there for the whole thing, or is there a certain time you're going to be there?
I'm going to be there for the whole thing. I think we start at 6 and it ends at 8.
Okay.
So my understanding is that it's a roundtable discussion, and so I would think that they're going to be bouncing questions, from each panelist. So I expect to be there for the entire time.
Very good. Thank you, ma'am. I know that you are busy.
I am.
And trying to and not trying to, but running for office as well. I think it's all right for me to say that. And
yes.
And that you have a whole bunch of other stuff going on too. But thank you for sharing your time with the public as well.
No problem. And I look forward. I hope we have a great turnout tomorrow night. If folks have questions about the criminal justice system, this is a great opportunity. Obviously, I can't talk about specific cases.
Right.
And I can't talk about cases that are currently on my docket. So I just want to put that out there. So if anybody thinks that this is an opportunity to talk to Judge Rhonda about something that's going on in Section E, I cannot talk about that. So I don't want to disappoint
Judge
anybody.
Rhonda, my cousin, little boo-boo, he in your court. Can you tell me what's going on? I can't say that.
No.
Little boo-boo
Unfortunately,
on
I cannot do that. So just making that clear. I'll be talking, in generalizations tomorrow. But I think it's a great opportunity for people to just come on out. And I just want to give a shout out to Judge Rachel Johnson for really organizing this and putting this together.
Thank you very much for participating, too. And good luck, too. I appreciate you.
All right. Thank you, Gerod. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep, that is true. I'll be there.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
All right, Mr. Gary.
Hey, Gerard, how you doing?
Good, sir. How you doing?
Well, man, it's just unbelievable what I see. Look, I just want to ask a question because I ain't gonna open my big mouth and make nobody mad out there. But did you see the BET Awards Sunday night?
Uh-huh.
What you think about it? Huh?
Same old, same old.
Hey, no, that ain't good enough answer, Gerard. Got to get a little better than that, bro.
The same old, same old. What you expect?
Well,
a whole lot of booty shaking, a whole lot of stuff that you wouldn't have seen that 10, 15 years ago, and a whole bunch of cussing.
You wouldn't have seen it 10 years ago. You wouldn't have seen it 5 years ago, man. Women with their breasts out and with dresses on, man. What they want to take over the dudes is sagging or something, man. And then look at all the other stuff, man. How they just Jesus, that they made a model. Them people, they gave him a whole bunch of. Charlie Clerk was alive. He could take that and convert 100 million white folks into disliking blacks because of their conduct and character, man. They even had an element of racism in there. This white boy wanted to get him. This is black, so we don't get him out of here. All that they use as recruiting tools to convince borderline whites that blacks are that bad, that immoral, that crazy.
Okay.
I'm through with it, man. Hey, bro. Just look at it. Just look at it again. Do it again.
No, I'm done
Look
with
at
it.
it.
I'm done with
Huh?
it.
Huh?
I'm pretty much done with it. I saw all I need to see.
You know, when we gonna wake up, bro?
We ain't waking up. Not yet.
It's hurting us, though.
And then you got to remember something. They're influencers.
It's hurting us. And that secret war, that secret race war going on, it's hurting us because they recruiting young white folks against blacks. Not because they racist, because the way them niggas is. And we'll say, well, they did the same thing. Oh, this and that. No. But, man, look, two wrongs don't make it right. Just because they did it, if we do it the same thing they did, that's just two wrongs. What's wrong with us, man?
Oh, well.
Bad, bro.
All right. Thank you, Gary.
All right.
Appreciate it. Y'all ain't know that's what y'all was going to see? That's some old LA stuff. That's somebody that's trying to be seen. Now the problem I have with it might have been a whole bunch of folks that are influencers, but it is what it is. What you say, Cedric?
Hey, man, look, the only thing that caught my attention outside of the BET Awards was when the black people kicked that white supremacist butt. Now, going away from that, you know, the other day, Judge John Fuller put a lawsuit in against, I see where the Attorney General, Liz Murrow, however you say her last name, responded. And what she responded by saying that what the state legislature did was appropriate because you don't have to have a certain amount of votes when you're dealing with stuff which deals with New Orleans. That in itself sounds fishy. So I'm wondering who from the New Orleans delegation of legislators are investigating what she's talking about, along with the suit from Judge Fuller. And I wonder if these other judges have enough due diligence to file their suits in support of him, which will help all of them.
Good question. The question should be, you know, where he got the information from, and he did, which he already classified it and said, hey, here's the rules, and let me give you the revised statutes. So he already did his due diligence. My question has been with that is, who in the world going to be staying up all night for the next week and all the way through July 4th? Because somebody got to answer. You know, when you get a lawsuit, somebody has to answer that lawsuit.
Right.
So I want to know which one of them, is that going to be Liz Merrill or who, that's going to answer all the issues in that lawsuit. Have you read it?
No, I have not read it. No. And I'm not gonna lie to you, as you say all the time, I don't play attorney. But going by what he stated, Judge Fuller, as well as going by her rebuttal according to WDSU, and I just being a little thinker, I'm like Pop, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Well, why are you saying you don't have to vote? You don't need a certain amount of legislators to vote on stuff as it relates to the city of New Orleans.
But you do. So that's number one, because we too are a parish, and you do have to have a certain amount of votes, and it's usually the majority that wins. Now, my other question would be, if that's the case, where she's saying that's the case, then why didn't you answer the lawsuit instead of answering the media? See, what you saying, the media don't have nothing. I almost said it. Don't have nothing to do with the law. I could sit up there and somebody say, and how do you feel about the issue, Gerard? And I'd sit up there and tell them, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a faker by the toe. And if he holler, let him go. And that's my statement. But would you print it? Because that don't have nothing to do with the law. So if you're telling me these, oh, you don't have to have this, you don't have to do this because of the fact that this is just New Orleans. Well, what make us so special that we can't follow the law? Because from what I understand, everybody here tell me that if you break the law just like you're doing anywhere else, you're going to jail.
And again, Gerard, here I go. We have a large delegation of representatives and senators from New Orleans. Where are they? We have newly elected congressional, the Black State Caucus. The chairwoman and vice chair are members of this delegation. Where are they? No, I'm not speaking bad about anyone, but this is the time that we need you to stand up and represent us.
Hold on, Cedric. Let me let them answer. Hold on a minute. You heard him?
Yeah. Hey, man, I'll hang up and listen. And thank you for your show, man.
Hold on 1 minute. Let me let him finish. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt y'all. Go ahead. You heard that?
Yes. Well, I hear you, man. Like a mouse pissing on cotton.
As important as this is, it is important that you get it to everybody. I don't care if you don't think that everybody's listening. I don't care if you're tired of saying it. I don't care if you're not even on repeat. Put it on repeat. Post it on repeat. Put it up so that everybody can see. But get with John Fuller and make sure that we know what the hell is going on.
He has put it out there.
Yep.
He has made the initial step. Now, these other 11 judges need to join in because in some way, how, form, or fashion, they're going to feel it too.
Yep.
City of New Orleans, City Council, join in because you're feeling it too.
Yep.
Hey, man, thank you. Have a good one.
All right, Sid. All right, y'all, we got to take a break. We will take a break here. We'll come back, have some more conversation in just a few minutes. Everybody hold tight.
New Orleans never sleeps, and neither does WBOK. Now, every voice, every moment, and every show is in your pocket. Search WBOK Media wherever you get podcasts. Download, share, rate us 5 stars. Because when you support us, you amplify Black voices and the New Orleans culture.
Real talk. I look forward to Essence Festival every single year. This year, July 3rd through the 5th. New Orleans Essence Festival of Culture is back for 2026 and is presented by Coca-Cola. This lineup, man, Cardi B, Patti LaBelle, Brandy and Monica together, George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic, Kalani, Lotto, Leon Thomas, Public Enemy, and Babyface. I need you to understand what this weekend feels like. The energy, the fashion, and man, oh man, the food. New Orleans is already magic, and Essence makes it super natural. However you're getting there, wherever you're coming from, you need to be in that building July 3rd through the 5th. Go to essencefestival.com right now. Get your tickets. Do not wait.
This is Andronika Morris, host of Put Housing First. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock, where we will discuss how housing affects every aspect of our lives and what's necessary, what's needed to guarantee housing for all. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock as we dig down deep onto the issues that affect all of us.
This invitation goes out to all of us unworthy sinners who's been saved by the grace of God, where you and I are only made worthy by the blood of the Lamb and our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. We're FIJTC, Faithers in Jesus the Christ. My name is Mr. Rocky. You can tune in to WBOK, 12:30 a.m. Sunday mornings from 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Hope to see you there.
Did you hear the news? Dr. Clark's 101 The Living Classroom has a new time. Catch us now every Wednesday at noon. Same program, same great conversations. Just a new time. So catch Dr. Clark's 101 The Living Classroom this Wednesday and every Wednesday only on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about.
WBOK. Online at WBOK1230.com. Here we go. The Reality Check on WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back. Welcome back. I am hearing folks that are calling calling into the radio station and letting us know that the AM signal was down too. We apologize. We don't know why. We're finding out. Giving you so you'll be able to hear us online, and let everybody know you can hear us online. Hear us on Facebook. They can hear us on our website. And I think there are a couple of different apps and stuff that you can go to too. So I apologize. I don't know what it is, but more than likely they're gonna get it up and get it going. They're gonna get it up and get it going. About to sing my time song. You know the song they did? Get it up. Get ready for a real good time. Yeah, that's before you, huh? Is that before you? Yeah. Little youngster. Just like my little son. And thank you, Gina, for letting us know that the station was out too. Some other stuff that's going on in the city. Lord have mercy. It's some stuff going on in this here city. And I'm trying to figure out, did you know? Or did you know? Have you known? Because there are some real issues that I need to ask, and y'all need to ask. And it starts with, where it at? What? Where is it? Where is what? Where is the money? I'm gonna have to call some folks and let me find out that we got some issues. 'Cause I'm hearing that we got some real issues going on with this Lincoln Beach money. I need to start calling folks. Cause there's some things that are circulating right now that we getting ready to do all this big pomp and circumstance for Lincoln Beach. And I just need to make sure. Were those funds that go to Lincoln Beach, all $29 million worth of them that go to Lincoln Beach, were they allocated? Because if the city received the money and it's just sitting in the general fund, did they spend that money and we saying what? What money? Where the money? Has anybody asked? Where the money? Because I'm hearing that the folks that said, okay, here go the money, that did not see any receipts of receiving the money. And now there is some other issues that are coming up. Even upfront payment schedules have changed. What's happening with the money with Lincoln Beach? Am I the only person asking? I'm just asking for a friend. And how come nobody in the other medias, the television stations, the newspapers, and how come y'all not asking? Where is the money for Lincoln Beach? And aren't y'all getting ready to have like a big hoopla for Lincoln Beach? Because this, oh, y'all done put Miss Laparollery as part of the people that's going to be helping New Orleans East grow. But did y'all tell her that Lincoln Beach money might be missing? It might be. I would like to know before you show up for this big hoopla, this pomp and circumstance for Lincoln Beach. I would just like to know. I ain't saying it's missing. I'm just wondering, can they find it? Because the word in the secret building, the people that's in the secret building, shh. Do y'all know? Because y'all got a press conference naming Lincoln Beach Day, right? Where the money? Do you all have the money? Because folks are telling me they can't find it. And in this with my question, can you prove it? If this money got tied up in the general fund, and these folks are now saying, well, wait a minute, hold on. We had this money for you and y'all did something with it. We want the money back. That's what's going to happen. And we're going to be in doo-doo again. Something is not smelling right. And I'm getting ready to call some folks and find out. Everybody hold tight. We got news next. We'll come back to you.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
I'm Misty Jordan with BIN News Now. The FBI Houston's field office is reporting that online threats against Houston Stadium during the World Cup lack credibility. Monday, FBI Houston stated they were working with local, state, and federal officials to identify who posted the threatening online communication. An Atlanta area nonprofit is helping to provide relief to earthquake-affected areas of Venezuela. The Principito Foundation collected more than 100 tons of donation items to send to Venezuela. And Cypress Hill are set to drop their very first album in Spanish. It's their first studio album in over 4 years. Dios Bendigo will be out July 24th. Get BIN News now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Welcome back. 504-582-9422 is my number. Galloway.
What's going on, Brother Gerod?
I don't know. It looked like we got something going on, though.
Every time I call it seems like New Orleans missing some money.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you better check somebody's pockets. caucus of city council.
Yeah, they must
Somebody
be
got
running
that
around.
money.
And somebody running around with a briefcase on that one. They ain't in the pocket. Somebody running around with a briefcase, if that's the case.
Hey, brother, hey, I can tell you who ain't got it. You talking to him. I ain't got I water to cry with. But, man, you know, you was talking earlier about the Essence Festival. You know, George, you was talking about George Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife will not go to another one of his concerts again.
No.
We was young. We were young. And we went to a Clinton concert, and we got to go backstage because military. Clinton come out of there. Listen, Clinton come out of there. This was too funny to me. He come out of there to meet folks. Clinton say, "Have you seen my cocaine? You got my cocaine?" She was like, "What?" Man, Gerard, I couldn't stop laughing, man. and look, you know, I'm in my fraternity is Alpha Phi Alpha. He don't make us out 5. Mm-hmm. Now he looking. I know one of you got it. I got them shirts on. I said, "No, bro, we don't do that kind of stuff, man."
Right.
But you know, I tell folks, man, if you have never been to a Clinton concert, you gotta go. It's crazy. Now, I ain't talking about those women that's in the cages that's dancing around, because I tried to get a few of them up out of there one time.
Yes,
I thought they was being held hostage. So, but the funny part about a Clinton concert is when he called all those Omegas up there to the stage.
And get them on the stage. The old ones. The old ones.
Gerard, I never laughed so hard in my life, man.
Oh, they start out strong, though, bro. They start out strong.
And then they fall down like little puppet dogs. I mean, I say, look at them. I say, that one woman was next to me. She say, "Now I know his old behind ain't gonna get up there and do that stuff." Yep, and man, he hopped about 3 or 4 times. And next thing you know, that old dog had bent down, man. But I tell people, man, go see Clinton, man, because I will be down there Sunday to go see Clinton. Now, she already told me she ain't going to see that. She's like, She's like, them women in them cages, and that man still will probably remember us about his cocaine. I said, "No." Nah.
You know how old Clinton is right now?
He got to be in his 80s, man.
He 85 years old.
I'm telling you, I believe that, too, because he comes to Austin all the time.
He's going to be on the air with me either tomorrow or Thursday. I think Thursday. Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, I'm going to have to call in, man, and ask that man about his cocaine, man. I got to ask that man.
Yeah,
I couldn't
stop laughing. He's going to be on the air with us on Thursday. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, good. I cannot stop laughing about that, man. That was so funny with that dude, man. Because I was like, bro, what is this man talking about, man? But, you know, Gerard, on a serious note, you was talking to that to the judge earlier. Mm-hmm. I want you, when you go to that thing, or whoever goes there, ask the judge, why don't more lawyers put up for their clients, either public defender or paid lawyers, for whether it's a misdemeanor or felony for nonviolent criminals, deferred adjudication. Louisiana has it. Deferred adjudication, for folks don't know, is you admit to guilt or no contest, but you're placed in a program. Sometimes it lasts up to 6 years, but you're on probation for maybe 6 years. But once you finish, that goes off your record. You do not get that charge. And I don't hear enough folks talking about that. I'm not telling folks to get in trouble and ask for deferred adjudication, but a lot of young folks don't understand how the deferred adjudication program works. And I really hope folks really look into that, because if you committing fraud or you scamming out there or whatever, or even you took a car, not carjacking, but for a joy ride, if you can get that charge reduced to joy riding and you ask for deferred adjudication, that can help a lot of young folks out, man. And old folks, it don't matter. So that's something I want somebody to ask. Also, I need to know, I got a question. If the state of Louisiana, if they took away $33 million, right, in the for the what's the name, right? The what is it called?
Wait a minute, they took what?
The 33. My bad. For the capital allocations, they took 36 million away.
Yeah.
Okay. If the question is going around, how much does New Orleans put into that same allocation?
Into the state?
Yes.
Oh, it's got to be hundreds of millions of dollars. I mean, everything that you think about with with the state, there's a fee that goes to the state from New Orleans, including how many people stay in hotels.
Yes, because, New Orleans, they generate roughly $519 million in total government revenue.
But you're thinking about the amount of tax dollars that
Yes.
should be going. It should be going to New Orleans, but the state has a hotel motel tax on that. Hotel motel tax is supposed to be generating extra income for the city, but we only get $1.25 of that $10 or $11 that comes from every hotel room that is sold throughout the year, special events as well.
Yes, and you know what else I found out today, though, Gerard? It says neither the Louisiana Department of Revenue nor individual parish agencies track or publish a single definite dollar figure for total consolidation tax contributed by parish. That's weird to me.
Wait a minute, repeat that again?
Neither the Louisiana Department of Revenue nor individual parish agencies track or publish a single definite dollar figure for total consolidation tax contribution by parish.
Consolidated taxes.
Yes. That's crazy to me.
Why? I'm going to ask you that. Why is that crazy to you? You want to see how much more we generate compared to everybody else?
I know what we generate, but my thing is, if you ain't got to report it, I'm just saying, somebody, hey man, it's just not, something ain't jiving with me right now.
You'd be surprised on how much New Orleans has to, where the money goes from New Orleans. Think about something. We generate more money from DMV, and a lot of taxes come out of that, and that don't go to New Orleans. A lot of stuff that we generate through the DMV goes to the Causeway. The Causeway police eat off us. That's Jefferson Parish. But
and
we
you
pay
want to
for
take,
it.
And you want to take $36 million and smirk and laugh about it. I tell you what, since I ain't got to really report, if I'm missing 36,
all right, put something else on the table. When Mark Morial said we need another bridge to go from the East Bank to the West Bank, and they built that second Greater New Orleans Bridge. All right?
Yes.
When they built that, we took out bonds to build that bridge. To pay for those bonds, what they did was put a toll on that bridge. So when you coming from the West Bank to the East Bank, you had to pay a toll. That toll and those bonds were for 20 years, right?
Yes.
So after those 20 years was over with, you had Mitch Landrieu talking about we need to keep that. We need to keep that because it needs to generate money to pay for the lights on the bridge. I said, you got to be kidding me. That's it? Just to pay for the lights on the bridge? That was $45,000 a year to keep the lights on the bridge. Not the ones we got now, but the lights that were on the bridge that were so-called decorative, those white lights. And we had the Young Leadership Council that was paying for that, so we ain't had to pay for that. So we voted not to. And Mitch threatened the whole New Orleans place by saying, if y'all don't pay for it, we're going to turn those lights off. And, bro, I put Teddy, and I had Teddy Pendergrass playing on the air. Turn off the lights. We shouldn't be paying for that. Plus, you're generating to come across that toll was what, $2 for cars and $3 to $6 for trucks. You know how many people pass that toll every day? That's millions of dollars.
Yeah, thousands pass through that. Yes, I know.
And guess where that money went?
To Lake Charles or Cato Parish or somewhere like that.
Lake Charles, bro. We were paying for Lake Charles.
Unbelievable, man. And you know, Gerard, another question I want to ask you. Who's paying for the National Guard to be down in New Orleans?
The state.
Now, where's the state getting the money from?
From us.
So New Orleans is basically paying the National Guard to walk around there and break up fights in the French Quarter.
$3 million a year.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. But hey, if this don't make folks get up, Gerard, and sign that recall roster or get off their behind and vote, and I've reached out to Jamie Harrison and his folks today. He was supposed to be on the show that I'll be on early in the morning, but I made sure to tell him what time to call, who to talk to, and which the folks said they know. So, bro, he got an answer to the folks in New Orleans. Because there's no way, man. You got over 200,000 folks that registered to vote for New Orleans and only 38,000 votes voted. Bro, you can win that election if you capture New Orleans.
Yeah, you got to capture 3 major places in the whole state. You got to capture Shreveport, you got to capture East Baton Rouge, and you most definitely have to capture New Orleans.
You got to make New Orleans come out.
Yep.
85,000 ain't gonna help you, man.
Nope.
You got to make New Orleans come out. You got to get at least 150,000 out of Orleans Parish, which can be done.
Now, let me tell you what I would do. Now, this is just me. This is my thought. Because everybody tells me that Jamie is a farmer, right?
Uh-huh.
I would basically put together bushels and bushels and bushels of everything. If you know how to get to other farmers and you know that they do tomatoes, cucumbers, all of that great stuff, I would bring in my own truck or have a couple of other trucks that have all this produce on them, pull up somewhere and say, you got to vote for Jamie. And don't be nowhere at least 600 feet from one of those voting polls or one of those voting booths. And as soon as you vote and you voted for Jamie, get a bushel.
And he need to get your man on his social media also. His social media on Instagram is horrible. Yeah. You need to get your buddy. You need to get your little buddy up in there. Get him edit some videos and do some stuff like that, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to call Jamie and tell Nyron is available.
Yeah, get Nyron up in there. Hey, Nyron, don't put me on WBOK doing none of them crazy talks that I be talking. You gonna lose every election, Jamie. Listen to me. I tell somebody in a minute.
Yes.
Go play with your mouth. Don't go play with me. Go play with somewhere else, man. But anyway, Gerard, but I'll be down there, man. I got to hit the road tomorrow. My wife already down there. But, man, if I see you at that concert or you see somebody on the stage laughing, because I like to record them old Q-dogs trying to jump up and down, and I'm telling you.
I'm going to see George Clinton. If I don't go see nobody else, which, I don't have no thoughts about going to any of the other shows, I'm going to see George. George Clinton going to be here. Well, I can't tell everybody when he's going to be here, but we hanging out. I'm hanging out with him, his manager. She called me today. That's why I know so much about him today. I'm like, boy, this man is fun. George is fun.
I tell you what, if you come back with a cocaine story, you're going to know that I wouldn't tell you no lie.
I ain't going to be hanging around no cocaine, bro. That's just not doing that.
Public Enemy is supposed to be coming soon. Now, I got to go see PE, man.
Yeah, they're going to be on Sunday night, too.
Yeah, so it is an all-white party, too. If you look at the Essence thing, they said it's all-white. So,
damn.
But yeah. So, so I hope folks go have fun for a certain thing. Now, also, Reverend Sharpton and Troy Carter going to be on the stage. Now, I don't have enough tomatoes to throw at them two folks to come on that stage, but I don't go to them things in that convention center though. I don't care about no hair products and free bags from Target and all that other stuff.
Well, to me, this is the time to bring Jamie.
In a sense, he'll be right out there in front of the Superdome or in front of the convention center. I'm telling you, I would be, or have a bunch of man. The DCCC, that's who I talked to also today.
Mm.
I said, the time is now. I said, if you cannot come down here and support a black male candidate in Louisiana because you're going to support Raphael Warnock in Georgia, if you can't come down here and support him, I see why these folks are going crazy and not voting for Democrats anymore. So the Triple DC, they got to come support it because I don't think the man has a war chest. I'm talking about money-wise,
right?
To actually fight, that MAGA machine. Because now that the Supreme Court passed that law, it's off limits now. You can put trillions of dollars into a campaign if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they coming because if anywhere they think because they understand Jeff Landry is in bad standards, and they might thinking that folks in Louisiana might get off their behind and vote, which I hope they do. Because if you get off your behind and vote. Come on, man. The Senate, man, that can stop. The United States Senate can stop a lot of stuff, and they can bring a lot of money to your area. It's a lot of billions of dollars floating around in D.C. You see that crazy joker man paid somebody a no-bid contract, $500 million to build his east wing of the ballroom?
Right.
I said, my goodness.
Well, I mean, it's been no big contracts for all his friends for not only that east wing of the ballroom, but you're talking about painting the pool.
Yeah, $14 million.
Yeah, all of those are no bid contracts.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, it's billions of dollars in D.C.
And the worst part about it is it's interesting to me that he's hiring these guys not only for no bid contracts, but for what I understand, the majority of them are felons.
Yes. All the people he done pardoned and gave a pat on the back, this and that. But Gerard, I'm gonna leave you with this. When I come down there probably tomorrow or Thursday, I'm going to New Orleans East and park my car in the middle of the road, see if one of them sinkholes can come and swallow up my truck. I need me a new vehicle. That sinkhole in New Orleans East, that look like a movie scene over there. Where's Helena at now?
What sinkhole?
You ain't see that sinkhole in New Orleans East? Where the half of the Cadillac was sunk in there?
I missed that one. Did you see that, Nairi? Did you see that one?
The sinkhole in New Orleans East.
No, I gotta look up that one. I haven't seen that one.
Look at that Cadillac. That Cadillac halfway up in there. I said, yeah, I know where to go park my truck. We're going to get us a new truck. I'm going to have me and the dogs up in there howling, help.
Well, if I'm in New Orleans East, I guess more so than anything else, I want to know where the money is for the is the money up for Lincoln Beach? Is it missing?
Oh, money missing in Lincoln Beach. I tell you what. Well, you know, Helena, you know what she's going to do. She's going to go do her thing if that money missing.
Well, I want to find out.
Well, she's going to go sit on Gail's lap and get y'all money. You know, she and when it all falls down, yeah, she's going to sit on that money.
She might have to straddle her on this one.
well, I don't know. Maybe they can ride that horse together.
If you want to ride.
All right, Gerard. Appreciate it, my brother.
Well, holla. Yes, indeed. We got to meet Galloway when he come through here this weekend. All right, we got more coming up, y'all. We got to take a break here. Boy, this show going by fast today. Y'all, I'm telling you, going by fast. Yeah, Cedric saying the sinkhole caught the elderly black woman and her Cadillac. It is true? When did that happen? I don't know that one.
Yeah, WDSU posted it 18 hours ago.
It's 18 hours ago? So that was what? That was early in the morning.
Mm.
All right. Let me look that up while we're on break. More coming up, y'all.
Hello, friend. Tavis Smiley here with a special announcement. You can catch my show at a new time. Weekdays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Same great topics, same great guests, same great conversations, just a little earlier in the day. It's Tavis Smiley, weekdays 1 to 4 p.m. only on WBOK 1230 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about.
Step back in time and experience the moments that shaped our world at the National World War II Museum, located in the heart of the Warehouse District in New Orleans. This world-renowned museum brings history to life, telling America's story in the war that changed everything, why it was fought, how it was won, and what it means today. From immersive exhibits to powerful personal stories, this is more than a museum. It's an experience. Plan your visit today at nationalww2museum.org. World War II Museum, where history lives.
This July, all roads lead to New Orleans. Essence Festival of Culture 2026, presented by Coca-Cola, July 3rd through the 5th. Many of your favorite artists will be in the house. Cardi B, Patti LaBelle, Brandy and Monica, George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic, Kalani, Lotto, Leon Thomas, Public Enemy, and Babyface. 3 days of music, culture, and the joy of being us together. Get your tickets now at essencefestival.com.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks. Welcome back. All right, Chuck.
Hello. How are you all doing down there in the Crescent City? I know you have Essence Fest coming out. I just heard Galloway talking about George Clinton. Yeah, he'll be turning 85 on this upcoming month on July 22nd. He'll be 85.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and by the way, Funkadelic back in the early '70s, Funkadelic. They used to, my parents told us they used to come to Monroe a lot. He used to perform at it was a black club here in Monroe, Louisiana, up here named Heads Palladium. That was a big place, and my father used to play there. My father, being a musician, his group used to play there as well, and it used to be the house band. And he said Funkadelic used to be there a lot, and that was in the early '70s. And Heads Palladium was a circular shaped building. It was a nice sized place, but what happened, it burned, and that was in southern Monroe. But he was just talking about. Y'all heard y'all talking about Jamie Davis, and Jamie Davis is from up my way. He's from Tensall Parish, from Waterproof. Yeah, he's a farmer. And by the way, the guy who he beat in the primary, Gary Crockett, is from my father's hometown of Tallulah, Louisiana. My father knows the Crockett family. I know Crockett lives in New Orleans now, but he knows Crockett family quite well. He grew up with them, and it should be quite interesting how this election is going to be looking. Now it's Jamie Davis and Julia Ledlow. I know what Ledlow is about. She's a former professor at the University of Louisiana Monroe. She has been a professor. I don't know if she's still working. I don't know if she's still doing it, but she's been a professor. Her husband had won that election back there during the time of the pandemic. He passed away, Luke. And what happened when she ran for that seat? All she did just end up getting the repeat voters for Congress, and that's something he passed. I think the day before he was sworn in, he passed away from COVID. But it shows you right there, no telling what he would have been up to, and see what happened. Ledlow, who she aligns herself with, that person in the White House. I hate calling his name, but it's going to be quite interesting in essence with George Clinton. Like I say, he's 85 years old, and I think he's the only member that's left now from the original group. He's the only one left, and they all have passed on, and now I think he has his daughter, he has his children, and many others now. These younger people that are with the group now. It has changed, but it shows you that's what happens with Father Time. Mm-hmm. But I didn't mean to go a long time. I'm looking forward to Public Enemy too. The Flavor Flav. I know people want to see. They talk about Chuck D, but people want to see Flavor Flav. Yeah, boy. Ha ha ha.
Okay, Chuck. That was not good. Don't do that.
I was a Public Enemy fan growing up. He and Chuck D and Terminator X, and you know about the S1W.
Are you coming down here for this?
No, I'm not coming. But I will watch it somewhere. And no, I'm not coming. But I'm looking forward to Parliament Funkadelic and Public Enemy. Like I said, they said don't believe the hype, and he. Like I say, see the S1W. I wonder what they look like now. With the military uniforms on, marching and all that. And Terminator X is the DJ, and it should be quite interesting to see how they look now as now members of AARP.
They look the same. I see them all the time.
I see them. I'm just joking. I said I see them as well. I see Chuck D a lot anyway, and Flavor Flav. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, he was very active during the Olympics. He paid for those Olympic teams in the Summer and Winter Olympics.
Right. Flav bought him a whole bunch of stuff. For.
Oh yeah.
So and I think he sponsored. I think he sponsored them. So.
Oh yeah, he did. And people laugh at him, but those guys are smart. They came from they started at Adelphi University in New York City. That's where they got their start.
Mm-hmm. So why aren't you coming?
Man, I'm be busy. I'm not coming down. I had to take it easy and look at those coins.
Oh, it's a money thing. Yes, indeed. And then
all
that money y'all got up there now because the governor gave your senator a whole bunch of money.
I'm not surprised. You know what kind of area this is up here. And by the way, while I have you on the phone, Gerard, I wish he had gotten in touch. I ran to him today. I told him that you would love to talk to him. From Monroe Free Press, the owner, Reverend Roosevelt Wright Jr. I ran to him this afternoon. He and his wife were out and about in the mall.
Why somebody done told him I was trouble?
Oh no! I told him. I think he's doing a lot of things. I did tell him, and he said thanks for telling him about me. And I told him because I left a message at your office to get in touch with you.
Oh, for me or him?
Yeah, I left it with him to get in touch with you. I gave him the number to WBOK. Mm-hmm. Yeah, to let him know, to let you all know who he is.
No, I've never heard from him.
Oh, okay.
Never heard from it. But I'm going to read just a minute because I'm going to go to the Monroe Free Press. I got their story about the dollars, about projects and nonprofits and all of that.
Yes.
That the governor gave to Monroe. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, this is. Oh, yes. All right.
I got it. I'm going to read that because it came from the Monroe Free Press. So I'm going to read it for you.
Yeah. Hey, and tell me, he's a former radio DJ up here, and but he went into ministry and all. Yeah, you all have a lot to talk about. I hope he gives you a call. His son used to live down there, Roosevelt Wright the Third. Yeah,
all right.
Roll for real. Yes, I'm gonna get off of this phone.
All right, Chuck.
All right,
all
right.
You
take
later,
care.
buddy.
All right,
take care. Yeah. All right, Landry approves millions for Monroe. What? Your governor approves millions for Monroe. That's the name of the story from the Monroe Free Press. Talked about all the area profits, nonprofits, that is, area projects, nonprofits, and this is in the 2026 budget. Governor Landry finalized Louisiana's 2026 state budget, green lighting tens of millions. What's that for? Coshada Parish? Infrastructure, healthcare, public safety, while exercising sharp line item vetoes on several local grassroots programs. Major wins for the area, including $15.2 million for the Northeast Louisiana Veterans Home, $5 million for ULM College of Pharmacy, $600,000 for workforce development, boost for the OIC of Coshada. The city of Monroe will secure millions in pass-through funding, including $1.5 for the Children's Museum, $100,000 for the new roof at the Strauss Youth Academy. And however, Landry vetoed 3 separate $100,000 allocations for minority-serving NGOs, including Black Data Processing Associates, Tab in Action, and Ahea Community Development, striking down local tech training, juvenile intervention, and affordable housing initiatives as part of his targeted crackdown on NGO spending. To see the complete list, let me tell you where to go. www.monroefreepress.com/Landry approves millions. That's the name of the story. Let me give it to you again just in case you haven't seen it. www.monroefreepress.com/Landry approves millions. I should have said Landry approves millions for Monroe. Not here. Because we didn't get it. We got runt over. Runt over. Not ran over, but runt over. So, if that's the case, how does the city retaliate? I mean, we got to have some power. It's in our spending, I can tell you that. We got to have some power. But how does the city retaliate? 504-582-5228. 9422. How do you retaliate without hurting the people here? You don't want to hurt the people here. But you do want to make sure that you're talking about, hey, Jay Morris, you got our money. You and little boo-boo over here got our money. If anything, all right, here I go, y'all. Now watch my phones jump off the hook because y'all just like to make me act a fool. So here we go. How do we retaliate? I think the best thing that you can do is keep some of your money in your pocket and let them know why you do that. Let them know why. So you can tell folks to be on the same page. Hey, we're not going to spend money on this. Why? Because Landry's acting an ass, and our dollars mean something. But do you have the numbers that you need to show we're not playing with you? And then what do you boycott? What? You got to be specific. Because a lot of folks will be like, don't eat no crawfish. Don't do this. You shouldn't use your money to do this. But I need it to be some dollars to hurt. Hurt. And if they're not, then what you're basically doing is playing with them people. Y'all playing with the people. Take, for instance, and I did say I was going to talk about this, so I want to put this in perspective. John Fuller. Let me read the story. This comes from NOLA.com. So you'll know. It's a story written by Matt Bruce, who's a staff writer. The title of the story is New Orleans judge slated for removal says legislator didn't have enough votes to slash bench. So New Orleans Criminal Court Judge John Fuller has sued Governor Jeff Landry and other officials over recent cuts to the city's criminal bench, arguing that state lawmakers failed to reach a required 2/3 vote. Listen to me, and listen to me. It is stating that the state law and the lawmakers are saying that he didn't get the 2/3 votes before Landry signed a law to nix 3 judicial seats. Senator Jay Morris, who sponsored the legislation, said Fuller's legal claim doesn't overcome a hurdle Louisiana lawmakers carved out specifically for Orleans Parish back in the 70s. Landry signed Act 748 into law this month, days after the Louisiana House signed off on a slate of 11-hour tweaks to the measure of the final day of the session. That came by a vote of 62-34 and 9 state representatives absent. So what did it make us do? It made me ask the question, why did they set this up in the 70s to be a problem? And then Senator Jay Morris is saying, hey, this was specifically carved out for Orleans Parish in the 1970s. Like, what is it, Gerard? What is it? I don't know. But we're going to find out. Act 748. It's a recently enacted law signed by Governor Jeff Landry that reduces the number of Orleans Parish criminal district courts and the judgeships from 12 to 9. The legislation officially abolishes Section A, E, and J because the specific legal and practical changes to the local justice system, the act has resulted in high-profile judicial disputes. So what does Act 748 do? It supposedly reduces the criminal district court from 12 to 9, abolishes divisions, halts elections. It halts elections. The law specifically blocks the Louisiana Secretary of State from qualifying candidates or holding elections for these 3 specific seats. And right now, the only person I see that's even thinking about trying to stop this is John Fuller. The lawsuit that he filed in the 19th Judicial District Court in Baton Rouge is contesting the validity of the law. The constitutional threshold here is Fuller's lawsuit argues that the Louisiana Constitution requires any change to the number of judges in a district to be enacted. It has to be 2/3 vote of elected members in each legislative chamber. What? Say that again. Okay. The constitutional threshold that John Fuller is saying, this is what his lawsuit is saying for all of those that are still sitting there going, well, what that mean? John Fuller said, y'all want to daggone put a law on us, but y'all ain't following the rules of the law. The law states that you got to have 2/3 vote. So all those legislators, you got to have 2/3 of them. There can be only 1/3 of those folks that don't vote, or they lose out, or they say the other way. And what they're saying is you didn't have 2/3 of those 100 and some legislators to make this thing valid. Which I'm looking around and saying, that's smart. So his petition states that the conference committee, the report for Act 748, only passed with 25 of the 39 votes in the Senate and 62 of the 105 votes in the House. What's that doing? That's falling short of the required 26 and 70 votes, respectively. So the lawsuit is asking the judge, a judge, to block the state from enforcing those provisions and to declare the abolition or the abolition of the judges, they're unconstitutional before candidate qualifying opens. Now, I'm sitting back and saying to myself, I think that's pretty smart. Because, in other words, what Judge Fuller is saying is, I got you. Uh-huh. You thought you didn't hear me now, didn't you? Uh-huh. So if we haven't learned anything, if you're going to try to find the rules that apply to me, Let me find the rules that apply to you. Now they're coming back and saying John Fuller doesn't have a chance in hell because it didn't apply to New Orleans. Why didn't it apply to New Orleans? We special? We the little kids on the bus licking the windows? So Fuller's lawsuit is arguing that the Louisiana Constitution requires any change to the number of judges in a district to be enacted by a 2/3 vote. And you fell short, 26 and 72. And they saying, no, it doesn't apply to New Orleans. It's going to be interesting to see who's up and who's not, who's working hard and who's not over the weekend, over the 4th of July, because this is going to court quick. I can tell you that. This is going to go to court quick before these other folks start qualifying for other judgeships. Y'all better pay attention. Need to be supporting John on this, y'all. Maybe we'll just have to call John and ask Judge Fuller what's going on with this. Maybe we have to do that. We'll see. All right, more coming up. I'm still waiting for my telephone call. I'm trying to figure out where the money at. Y'all need to tell me, convince me otherwise. Why are these folks saying that some money missing for all this pomp and circumstances coming up? Why are they saying that this money missing? I'm waiting for my telephone call. All coming up, y'all. Hold on.
AURN News. On this day in 1943, Florence Ballard was born in Detroit, Michigan. A founding member of the Supremes alongside Diana Ross and Mary Wilson, Ballard had a powerful, soulful voice and helped shape the Motown sound. She sang lead on Buttered Popcorn, helped choose the name The Supremes, and performed on 16 top 40 hits. Behind the glamour, Ballard faced painful struggles. After tensions with Motown, she was removed from the group in 1967 and replaced by Sidney Birdsong. Her career and finances declined in the years that followed. Florence Ballard passed away on February 22nd, 1976, at just 32 years old. The story of Florence Ballard is one of extraordinary talent, heartbreak, and the price that many have paid in the music industry. Follow me on social media at Clay Kane. This is Clay Kane for AURN News.
Norman Robinson is back.
Can you hear me now?
And he's taking no prisoners.
Can you hear me now?
Each weekday, Norman Robinson brings you commentary with Off the Top.
The incident was shocking, disturbing, disgusting, disappointing, and sad.
Each weekday, Off the Top with Norman Robinson is heard exclusively right here.
It's Off the Top with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 AM.
Hey, Delta Utilities natural gas customers. Your new and improved online customer service experience is here. Visit mydu.com to track your usage, choose convenient payment options, learn how to read your bill, and more. If you prefer to pay in person, our customer payment centers are open and ready to serve you. Delta Utilities at mydu.com. That's mydu.com. Improved customer service with you in mind.
Life has a way of shifting priorities, changing needs, and pivoting plans. Home Bank is there for all of them. Their bankers partner with you for every step along the way, from understanding your needs to celebrating your success. Home Bank is invested in the vibrant spirit of our community and in you. So partner with them. Stop on by any banking center in the greater New Orleans area or visit home24bank.com to get started today. Good for business, good for life. Home Bank, a member of the FDIC.
Did you hear the news? Dr. Clark's 101, The Living Classroom, has a new time. Catch us now every Wednesday at noon. Same program, same great conversations. Just a new time. So catch Dr. Clark's 101, The Living Classroom this Wednesday and every Wednesday only on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about.
From Gentilly to New Orleans East, WBOK is what New Orleans is talking about. WBOK.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks. Oh, welcome back. So I'm guessing that a lot of folks learned this. That I'm getting text messages after text message. Sumerian says she can't find them. She can't find the article. I'm gonna put it on the for you, Samaritan. So you'll have it. Talking about your governor making sure that Monroe got all that money that was taken from us. Yeah, I want to make sure you got it. So I got to get that to Sumerian. I'm going to put the link up, Sumerian, on the Facebook page so that everybody can get it. Put that up for you. What was I saying before? I was thinking that we have some real important days going ahead with us. Now, I already know that I'm going to get some pushback from this, and I'm cool with that. And the reason why I'm cool with it is because I want you to know that I think we got to have organizations, sometimes grassroots, that can bring people together and have those folks working together with the right leadership. I don't think that I'm and want to take on that challenge. Y'all would not believe my days if I told you the things I got going on in the day. But I do think that there are a lot of folks here in New Orleans that are looking for things to do that can help. I'm not asking you to get up there and just basically go and the whole bunch of stuff, but I'm just looking at you and saying, hey, what's wrong with you and saying I need y'all to do some mail outs? You know what I'm saying? We can get volunteers to do some mail outs, putting stuff, envelope stuffers. We can get folks to do some digital stuff for us. And make yourself useful instead of asking how we're going to do certain things. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So I took a moment and said to Ronald Coleman and some other leaders, Dr. Brenda, Mr. Bobby, last night, that I was going to get involved and work with the folks in the New Orleans chapter of the NAACP. And before we go there and have something to say and where they at, well, okay. some of that may be true, and I'm not trying to talk bad about nobody. But we do know that it takes money to run an organization. And none of us have been contributing. Membership might be down, but I think we can get it up. Get it up. That's the second time I use get it up in a conversation piece. No, Gerard, that don't go together. Getting it up along with the NAACP, that don't go together. So there's a plan. Because I'm hearing a lot of folks want to hear what the plan is. I have planned, along with those men and women that are called along with the president of NAACP New Orleans chapter, to do recruitment, honor those from the past, which is going to be August 29th, by the way. And maybe even put together a good breakfast for you to come through. And it's being done. And that's going to be on August 29th as we memorialize Katrina at the Hilton Riverside. I'm going to MC, probably do a couple of other things. But what I do need is for all of you to show up. Yes, there's an admission price for tickets. And some folks are going to say, oh, that's expensive. But it's not. You spend $100. The ticket is $100. And some of you all spend $100 on junk. But we got to sell 300 tickets. We want to make sure that we sell 300 tickets so we can get active and get back into what we know we need to do. Now, why are you talking about this so much, G? Because I'm really taking a stance with this. I'll never forget. When we went and marched down, what was this? This is down Canal Street. Y'all remember that? We marched down Canal Street. Mr. WC was with us. We had a lot of folks. And one of those folks that marched with us and one organization that marched with us was the New Orleans branch of the NAACP. Vanessa Garringer came with us. They had the NAACP banner walking down the street. Mr. Soniat, God rest his soul, marched down the street. Y'all remember that? Mr. Soniat. Our good friends from Big Shirley's Restaurant, God rest Big Mike's soul as well. He came. We had a lot of people. We made a lot of noise that day. And sometimes folks got to be able to see you. Well, they saw us that day, and a whole bunch of stuff changed from that day. And I need some stuff to change again. Because one of the things that I want to bring and present, because I'm the MC for the event as well, I want to start presenting about how we're going to get in the streets. Well, Gerard, we tired of marching. How we going to get in the streets? How we going to do grassroots? This might be the best chance for us to get Mr. Jamie to come through. How we going to do this? And I need all the I need everybody, all the input. I can tell you, Ronald Coleman, you're going to need all the input. Mr. Bobby, you're going to need all the input. Dr. Brenda, she going to need all the input. Because we talk to one another. But I would love to hear from you. Get your money together. Get these tickets. They called off the breakfast yesterday. I was like, dang, who y'all feeding? It sounded really good. Don't get me to ask me to report because half the stuff I was like, repeat that. But it's going to be a memorable moment. It's a moment that I think all of us are needing. And I do think the NAACP of New Orleans needs your help. Why not come eat with us while we're having that help? You can inbox me. You can call me if you got my number. Let me know you need a ticket. Please get these tickets. We got until August 29th. I told them that we probably need about 150 tickets sold by the end of July. We got 30 days. Let's get it done, y'all. Y'all telling me we can get stuff done? Put your money where your mouth is. It's just $100. All right. All right, that's going to wrap things up for me. I appreciate you so much on today. We still need to find out where that money at. Where that money? Where that money? We need to find out. Is the money still there? Is it available? We'll find out. Y'all have a great rest of the day. We'll see you tomorrow. Be careful, everyone. Have a good day.